Previously on the Rod Pedersen Show.
But to the viewer from Toronto who says, what's the most intense game you've ever been involved in? Viewers obviously watching on the Game Plus TV network.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I don't think you, or ma'am, I've needed police escorts out of facilities. I've needed police escorts out of cities. So you're going to need to define intense. I assume you mean on the playing field. I've been threatened in many facilities across this country, all because of my own actions. But was there a game more intense for you than the 2007 Grey Cup?
I think the Grey Cups in general, like I say 09 and 10 were big time Grey Cups too for me as far as intensity. But if you get away from the Grey Cups, I would say that rematch against Montreal,
Canada Day comeback.
Yeah, that 50, what was it, 51, 54, or 50, whatever. With 50 something to 50, that was just back and forth.
Triple overtime, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were down 3. We had another 13-man penalty that almost ruined the game for Saskatchewan again. Had great catches left and right. Everybody was, it was just, if you weren't a CFL fan and you watched that game, you would have been a CFL fan after that. That was the best, probably the best CFL game I've ever seen, been a part of. And it was intense. After we closed the gap before half, that second half was the most intense thing ever.
Get ready for the Rod Pedersen Show. Now,
Under the little old quarterback from Pasadena. Let's bring him in. Look at VA. Whoa. We got him. We got him.
Yeah, man, I was watching a couple of your shows last night. I was like, man, Rod has his desk set up. I don't have a desk yet, but, had all this stuff on there. I got, just got a little setup, man. That's all we got.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
Welcome, everybody. It is a Flame Tech Football Friday, really big weekend. Welcome to the Labor Day Classic weekend. Around the continent, it is a Football Friday. We got a lot of news here. We got breaking news coming down this morning. I won't wait any further. Just this morning, the National Hockey League announcing that there will be NHL players in the Olympics coming up this winter. How about that?
That's amazing.
So we'll be kicking that around. This is the warm-up right now that we always do for Ecole Electric. We won't cover entirely football. We'll cover the day's events, but we got a really big show. From the CBC, Dan Plaster joining us today. Dan, the disaster Plaster. How you doing, Danny?
Great.
Yes, broadcaster to the stars, my former roommate, and we won't share those stories. And also on the program today, 2 Canadian Football League Hall of Famers by name, Matt Dunigan and Chris Walby. And we're going to be announcing another huge partnership today. It's been a great week for that, Moose.
Hasn't it?
And Matt Dunigan's going to be a really big part of that. That's coming up in hour 2 as we get ready to kick off week 5 in the Canadian Football League. And Labor Day Classic weekend. So are you ready to roll?
Let's do it.
That's the guest. Let's go to the Quick Six Show topic horn. Please, Director Jordan, please, and thank you. My Quick Six list looks like a doctor's prescription list. Chicken scratches, I can barely read it. I'm moving them all out of order. Let's start on the positive vein and talk about Friday Night Football, if you don't mind. The Montreal Alouettes at the Ottawa Redblacks tonight. Alouettes favored by 6.5. We saw our good friend Milt Stiegel on SportsCenter this morning, or I saw it this morning. It aired last night with previewing the game and what's wrong with Vernon Adams. A struggling quarterback against the worst offense in the league. I'm going to be watching it no matter what, but I'm starting to wonder, based on the offensive struggles of both, will it be worth watching to take the under tonight? Is that what I'm thinking?
Probably.
Yeah.
Take the under. Here's the thing. VA has been struggling the last few weeks here and last couple of weeks, and we're wondering where this Montreal offense is going to end up. What type of team are they? We think that they're a top team in the CFL after week 1, and now we don't know where to put them. There's a lot there for Vernon Adams, though. I think it's there. right? Mm-hmm. Can he get it? Can he find it and get back to what we saw in week 1? I don't know, but we're kind of getting towards that time where this is who you are, right? We talked about first, 6-7 weeks, which this year would be the midway point of the season. After that point, that's who these teams are, right? So Vernon Adams has to decide who he's going to be for the year, and tonight's a good place to start.
This is not yet the viewer takeover segment, by the way. I appreciate people chiming in with their questions and comments. They would like to steer the discussion of the program right now. That's not how it works. You do that later on in the program called viewer takeover. Right now, it's Moose and I time. So the next point here is about the biggest news, and Moose and I were coming home from Saskatoon yesterday, the Premier's Golf Tournament. And for those that really love the sports nature of this show, I appreciate you people from around the country and the continent tuning into the Saskatchewan-based show yesterday from Premier Scott Moe's Golf Tournament. I said to Darren, this today was a waster. You don't mind me saying, right? Like when you go out and waste one at the goalie's head early on in the game just to get him thinking. This was a waster today in that we were going to appease the Premier and all his guys and Chevy, and the rest of the province or country is just going to have to tune in and watch us talk about the Rattlers and the Rush and the Blades, right?
Yes.
It was great for us in Saskatoon, great in this province. Thanks for watching. The rock star of the day yesterday, by the way, for Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions was the Premier, Scott Moe. But I'll say it again for those that don't know what it was yesterday. It was a waster when you go out and just take a headshot at the goalie on the opposition just to get him thinking.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
And then an investment, right?
Right.
An investment?
It was an investment.
Yeah.
We used to call it a waster. And as a goalie, I was never an advocate for that.
Of course not.
Of course not. I'm in the goalie union. But the coaches, I used to be in the room when the coaches would say, okay, guys, who's going to take it?
My Uncle Miles said that. He used to coach, and his kid played junior hockey. They both went, I think, and played U.S. college hockey. And he would always say, if I was coaching, first 5 minutes, you'd hit everything in sight. I don't care what penalties you take. I don't care if you're offside. But for the first 5 minutes of the game, you hit everything in sight, and then you won't have to make another check the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Same idea.
They're all over us in Calgary already. I see it on the comment section. They're like, where's the Flames jersey? Rod took the Flames jersey down, but the Oiler Cup's still up. Well, I got this championship hat from the Saskatchewan Rattlers yesterday. Not everybody can stay, and that is one sweet hat. And the president of the Rattlers, Brad Kraft, said, Rod, you want one of these hats? I said, I'm a 48-year-old white man. You think I'm going to wear this? He said, well, just take it. Just take it. I'm not putting it on, but I'm not Vanilla Ice. But anyways, looks good. I got sidetracked. So the poll question today for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center is, should the Edmonton Elks be forced to play 3 games in 7 days? That was where this all came down. Moose and I, where were we? Around Davidson, the halfway town, when the news broke that the CFL is going to cram in that game between Edmonton and Toronto rather than scrap it last week. And I worded the question on the poll, so if you're upset at the wording of it, come at me. I don't care. Is should the Elks be forced to play 3 games in 7 days? You probably haven't seen the reaction yet from the viewers. They're like, what do you mean forced? They voted in favor of it. No, they're being forced. It's the CFL saying, guys, if we're going to play this game, it's 3 games in 7 days. It's a yes or no. And you're going to vote yes, right? Because the guys want to get paid. So I can't wait. Dan Plaster from the CBC is going to be in here. He's a football guy. And he will have thoughts on that, obviously. Can you play within 2 days? I was talking to a pro football guy in the States this morning. He thinks it's an absolute joke that their CFL is making them play 3 games in 7 days. So it's the results of the poll, by the way, are 51% no, obviously 49% yes. It's a hot button issue, and I can smell those like a fart in the car. I knew that you guys would be all over that. And do I think it's fair? Yeah. If you guys want to get paid, then you got to play the games.
That's it.
But, as I said to that football guy this morning, what about the 85% vaccination rule? What about the default rule? What about the not being paid policy if your team's not at 85%? Where did that go? So when I see the thing about, well, it was reported this, with all due respect to the reporters, because it's not their fault, there's so much misinformation and bum info out there, I'm not going by any of what I hear. So the fact is, they're being forced to play 3 games in 7 days, and a lot of former players think it's a joke. But I think, over to you, If you want to get paid, you got to play.
Yeah, you do. You got to do the things you don't like to do if you want to get paid. And now this is not just doing something you don't like to do. This is detrimental potentially. This is potentially
player safety?
Dangerous. Player safety, right?
Oh, that's a thing?
You know, guys are in the cold tub and then in the tub and icing and everything else for a day or two after the game. And then you get ramped back up and start preparing. There's going to be no downtime at all. It'll literally be play the game, take these 2 days completely off, have a little baby walkthrough, and back to playing again. Yeah, they voted for it so that they could get paid to play, but man, it's tough. And when you said the 85% rule, that's the one that gets me is if this is in place, then
why even have rules?
Yeah, if we're not going to use them, right? Because the league has to step in and say, no, I know you want to get paid, but in good conscience, I can't make you play games in 2 days. I can't even give you the option, right? If there's a player safety department, you would think that they would say, we can't give you the option. But maybe the football people, which I am not in a role in football operations. I'm not on a coaching staff.
Yeah.
I'm not a medical doctor. Maybe it isn't as dangerous as we thought it was for all these years. Maybe it's not that dangerous if they're allowing it to happen.
Well, like they say, they used to do it. I'm seeing from a lot of the viewers, they're like, make them play. They're the ones that broke the COVID protocol. They're the ones that had the outbreak. All the other teams were able to do it. So I'm just rolling with your comments. I don't really have an opinion either way. Should they be forced to do it? What did I say I voted? No. Like, I'm 50-50 on it, too. Look, I mean, we that's what we do. We play games in sports. So
they did it in Fear Factor, right?
Right.
You want the cash prize, you got to eat the buffalo testicles, right?
Yes.
If you want to get your paycheck, you're going to have to play on, a day or 2 days of rest.
Danny Plaster over there, the football guy on the from the CBC, he's like a bucket horse trying to get out of the stall. He's kicking the gate. He can't wait to get in here and talk about this. So that's coming up shortly. Point 3, just some Labor Day Classic games previews here. And I don't know if I got I do have the odds. Do you think they've changed?
Probably not.
From Bet Regal, but probably not. Let's just go with it. Winnipeg at Saskatchewan on Sunday. The odds makers have Saskatchewan favored by 4.5. I've been with Rider people this week, alumni people, not current people, but they're like, Riders always win on Labor Day, which is almost true. And then when you go over to the Banjo Bowl, it's about 50-50 in Winnipeg. So I'm going to take Saskatchewan by less than 3 in this game that I think is going to be fantastic, that the football game sold out on Sunday. Saskatchewan, less than 3. And if you've looked at these CFL games, they're very CFL sim-like. Low scoring, walking in the mud. So that might be what this game is like. But if it's got a thrilling finish, we'll all be happy, right?
Yeah, we really will be. I think Saskatchewan will cover the spread. I think they're at home.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're going to continue to ride the wave at home. I think where Saskatchewan will maybe struggle is when they get it on the road. But they're going to play at home again. I think the Riders win.
Monday doubleheader. Toronto at Hamilton. Something about these Ticats that has the odds makers tingling. Mm-hmm. Ticats favored by 2 over the Argos, and I've got the Argos picked to win in the coffee cup on Monday morning. By 2. So obviously they're going to beat the spread. They're going to win the game. I think Toronto's a better team than Hamilton. I really do. That might be the game of the week.
Recency bias. A little bit with Hamilton, but guess
not for me, but for the odds
from last week.
Yes,
but Dane Evans changes that team apparently.
The great Dane.
We thought it was Jeremiah Masoli, just couldn't get it together early. Have a lot of protection, but whatever reason, Dane Evans was rolling, and I think he'll probably keep it going just to keep things nice and even and balanced around here. I'll take Hamilton.
Okay,
I'll take Hamilton by a field goal.
I see Jeff, the Stamps fan, is up and at him over in Cowtown. And he says, in the John Huffnagel era, that Calgary Stampeders are 20-4. 20-4 in the Labor Day Classic. Home and home. So in the LDC home game, I see. He's coached 24 of them since 08. Jeesh.
The home and home, yeah.
Men, we got them right where we want them. Calgary favored by 5.5. I don't even think Edmonton bothers show up. But why are they practicing Bo Levi Mitchell? They could probably beat Edmonton with Dave Dickinson or even Mark Mueller at quarterback. After what Edmonton's been through, I'm shocked they're even fielding a team. They all got COVID. That's what I'm reading. Why even play Bo? Why fool around with that? I guess betta's betta, as Bobby Vespasiani used to say. What do you think? Who starts at quarterback for the Stamps on Monday?
If Bo's healthy, he starts. I don't think a healthy Bo Levi will sit on the bench and hold the clipboard. And we've heard that. He's their quarterback. Maybe they hope to be up by 30 or 40 points and he can get in for a few reps. But again, why would you do that either? I don't understand that either. So nothing else to believe for me other than if Bo Levi's healthy, he'll play.
Football Friday is brought to you by Flame Tech, locally owned and operated industry leaders in commercial and industrial combustion technology. I'll throw in this comment from Lindsay Yonke. She says, good morning from my home. Extra long weekend. Here we go. Have a good morning, guys. You too, Lindsay. And I appreciate you chiming in with that extra dose of positivity. Patrolman Pete is watching in Winnipeg on YouTube. He says, you boys coming back down to Winnipeg for the Banjo Bowl? Because they got the smoke. We have an announcement to make on our whereabouts and our next live shows, not to be made at this time, but it won't be Winnipeg. But it's just next week, right?
We'll make the announcement Tuesday.
When we're still here that day, right? Okay.
That's right.
Spicy.
Speeding it up here, in the warm-up for eCole Electric, come check out our new Regina Data and Lighting Center, eCole Electric. Let's get to work. Because we got Big Bluto coming in, and Chris, and you're not Big Bluto, Chris Walby. Dan Plaster's coming in next segment. Just a couple quick points. NHL teams can suspend unvaccinated players with some exceptions, and those are medical reasons or deep religious beliefs. Not sure that I want to go down that road. Point 5. NHL players to the Olympics. We covered that at the start. We're all in favor. The guy wrote in earlier, can't remember his name, I think it was Rob Somerville. How do we feel about professional athletes playing at the Olympics? The horse is out of the barn, brother. It's about money. It's about ratings. It's about dollars. We all want to see NHL players in the Olympics, right? We all do?
The best players
right? We want
play.
The best players to play. And then point 6, I had college football notes. Danny, you don't mind talking about that when you come in later, right? Alabama's winning it, right? Everybody's saying Oklahoma. No. Alabama's Alabama. They're saying they might have the best defense in Nick Saban's time there this year.
Really?
The best defense. They've always had the quarterbacks. They're saying this might be the best defense Nick Saban's ever assembled with the Crimson Tide.
Okay.
But I'm splitting that with the Logan Mailloux comment. The OHL suspending him, the Montreal Canadiens' first-round pick until January. He was the guy that was charged and convicted of videotaping a teenage girl in a sexual act. Well, I think we all know the story. And just the reason I'm addressing it, because I have addressed it before, but I'll address it again because people are tweeting at us and saying, Rod, what do you think about him being suspended now until January? The Habs have already said that you can't participate in the rookie camp. Nothing's changed for me. I hope that you do the crime. You have to do the time. I hope that he learns from all of this and the punishment that he's getting and that he's ready to play come January when that suspension's lifted. I understand. We've talked about this. If this was my daughter, I'd want him drawn and quartered. Life is a matter of perspective, and I'm hoping that they're getting the help. And trust me, as a certified recovery coach, I'm dealing with this kind of stuff every day. There's no reason that one stupid, dumb, tragic incident should ruin 2 lives forever. Right? So they need to come back from this as individuals and it was a first offense. We've addressed all of this. So my opinion hasn't changed. Do you have thoughts on that before we move on and close the book on it for now?
Yeah, I'm the same. And it's, hey, you do the time, you do the crime, you do the time is what you said, right? So you have to, take the punishment. You have to move on. But it's not just taking the punishment and moving on. Like you said, have you grown?
Right.
And have you learned? And have you evolved as a human being? If you have, come back in. Rehabilitation. That's what our whole system is all about, right? Rehabilitation.
That's why we're addressing it. Want to mention, too, the first hour is brought to you by World Rugby Sevens in Edmonton. The ultimate all-day party taking place in Edmonton September 25th and 26th. 2 8-hour days featuring teams from across the globe and action-packed Rugby Sevens matchups. The party continues in the stands with incredible costumes and unforgettable memories. Trust us, you've never seen a party like this. Purchase your tickets today at canadasevens.com. So happy to have Explore Edmonton come aboard. See you in a little while, Moose.
See you in a bit.
We got Big Bluto coming up next, and Danny Plaster. You're watching the RP Show on the Game Plus TV network, YouTube, and Facebook live streaming, and 24-hour sports radio at rodpeterson.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Peterson Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
At Core Grain, we strive to be the most qualified grain storage and grain conditioning experts in Canada. Visit us today at coregrain.ca. Core Grain, doing the right thing for your farm.
Prairie Mobile is your SaskTel authorized dealer. Whether you're looking for talk, text, or data, shared, unlimited, or business plans, Prairie Mobile will help you find the SaskTel wireless plan that's right for you. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Ultimate Fan Zone. Shop online. UltimateFanZone.ca. Slick, user-friendly. We built this site for the die-hard sports fans. Jerseys, hats, team apparel, offering officially licensed fan gear from the best lines in sports. Nike, New Era, Adidas, Fanatics. Game day ready to your door. Now, just a click away. UltimateFanZone.ca. Or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. UFC Downtown Moose Jaw. Home of everything authentic.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives, focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
It's time to get back to busy, and Capital Ford Lincoln is here to help. Check out our selection of new and used online or in-store. Don't see what you like? We have inventory arriving daily. Reserve yours now or work with our team of product specialists to customize and order the perfect new vehicle for you. Wait! Hold the phone! We still have brand new F-150s in stock and ready to go. Okay, back to the regular commercial. Plus, we're always paying top dollar for used vehicles, even if you don't buy from us. It's time to get back to busy with Capital Ford Lincoln in Regina.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Peterson Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Peterson Show today.
Hey, honey, can you get one of the kids to show me how this Twitter thing works? Honey, I need to get on Instagram. Time for more of the Rod Peterson Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It is a Flame Tech Football Friday coming at you on the Game Plus TV network and live streaming, and it is Labor Day Classic weekend. We get it rolling with Montreal at Ottawa tonight, and then the traditional games Sunday and Monday, and we cannot talk Labor Day Classic Riders Bombers without bringing in this guy in. He is the picture of a Hall of Famer, 9-time All-Canadian CFL All-Star, 3-time Grey Cup champion. Chris Walby joins us from the Manitoba capital. Thank you, Bluto, for sitting through all of the preamble and everything. How you doing, sir? Happy Labor Day weekend.
You know what? I was just thinking about this. I said, because of the COVID and we had nothing last year, it feels like such a long time that I've got to share some space with you gentlemen, and it's a pleasure to be here. I'm okay, man. I'm just excited football's back, and I tell you, I'm excited for this game. As a former player, this was always my favorite weekend. I love it. I mean, it's tough to play in Regina, but I'll tell you right now, this is where, to me, the juices start flowing.
Well, I'm going to get to your best memory in a moment, but first, we got to dive into the matchup. 3-0 Riders, 3-1 Blue Bombers. What's going to tilt this game, Chris?
You know, it's interesting you talk about it. You got two guys that, as far as I'm concerned, are the two top runners for MOP, and Zach Collaros and Cody Fajardo. I mean, I think they're both playing excellent. And then I look at special teams, and that's a big thing. And I know I listened to Craig Dickinson talk earlier about, he'd like to see that special teams be a little better. But I'm thinking, my God, they've got, the field goal guy, Brent Lother, 9 for 9. You got the best punter in the CFL, and John Ryan. The game is a lot of times on field position, so I think they have an advantage there. But I tell you, I like our offense. I think Nick Dembski's going to be playing again. That's a big part of it. He played in Saskatchewan. I know you guys know him there. Man, I just tell you, there's so many intangibles here that it's hard to pick. I just know when you look at the record, we've won 1 in the last 15 or whatever. But that's just hearsay. It's all back. It's history. It's not what's going on tomorrow. So I'm just looking forward to it, man.
All of it. All of it. You talk about special teams. I look at the number one defense versus the number one offense, right? And Saskatchewan's putting 30 up a game, Bluto.
Yes.
But what is it about the Winnipeg defense that is just so stifling? Is it their pursuit of quarterbacks? Is it their takeaway ratio? Like, what is it that's making it happen for Winnipeg's defense?
I just think they're just that tough. I mean, when you talk about a guy that we picked up from you guys, and that's Willie Jefferson, he's a freak, right? You know that as well. I mean, the guy's got interception already. He makes big plays. A guy on the other side doesn't get a lot of credit to, and I think he's having an outstanding year, all-star year, and that's Jackson Jeffcoat, who's got, I think he leads the leagues with 4 forced fumbles. You got Jake in the middle, reliable. They're missing Steve Richardson. They call him the stovepipe in the middle. He gets great push, but they got Casey Sales. Then you got what I call right down the gut, right down the middle of the field, Adam Bighill, having an all-star caliber year again. He's got 17 tackles. I mean, he's just went over 700 in his career. And you got Brandon Alexander, who's really turning into a Benny Thompson-type hitter for that safety position at that safety. So I like the defense, but, hey, listen, as much as I like them, they've been getting run on. Will Saskatchewan run the ball on these guys? That'll be interesting. When you got Cody Fajardo, who's almost the leading rusher in that team, and that's your quarterback, that's the one thing that I kind of wonder about.
Yeah, and the Riders' run game has been suspect. It's been criticized here that it hasn't been getting off yet. But, hey, Zach Collaros, man, he is my guy. Not as much as Fajardo, but I love Zach. 7-1 all-time, Chris. Is there a chance that Collaros will be up there on the echelon of the Kenny Plains, the Dunigans, the Kari Jones, Kevin Glenn's by the time he's done, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you watch him, and obviously that we just signed Naaman Roosevelt, who you guys is a well-known name in Saskatchewan. And Zach was the reason, he came. He phoned him and he talked to him and said, this is a great culture here. You're going to love it here. I mean, I can't believe he got cut by Montreal. I think that was a mistake, but, they say it's a numbers game. Yeah, it's a numbers game. It's a number of money, dollar bills. That's all that was. So, I mean, to me, they just keep getting more depth. And you look at the guys they got with Kenny Lawler, Darvin Adams is back. Yeah, it's crazy, man. When you look at this is the two best teams as far as I'm concerned. I know we used to talk about Calgary. Don't even go with the Edmonton Elks right now. But, I just think that these two guys, they deserve to be in this game. And I think it's going to have a viewership that won't be matched for a long time.
Chris Walby, a Blue Bomber from 81 to 96. Man, that's right in the meat of this Labor Day Classic when it was getting going. Yeah. What's your favorite memory?
It's a weird memory. I played fullback, and I think that was the neatest thing. I got to block for Willard. And then on the other side of it, they put me in short yardage, and I remember tackling a guy for a loss, and I'm thinking, hey, that's the old days when I used to play D-line. And, you can talk about all the other things, the cold showers, the field, the paint on the fake artificial turf and all that stuff. But I just think it was just such a great atmosphere going there with the fans. And, we talked about, the phones ringing all night, the people banging on your door. They're trying not to let you get a good night's sleep. But that's part of it. And that's the thing that I remember the most. There's just the atmosphere and the banners hanging out of the hotel rooms, the Bomber fans coming down there enjoying the game. I noticed when you guys were doing your commercials just before you hit off, I saw a couple cases of Great Western Lager there. I was like, hey, I like that there too. But it's great, man.
Well, the Bomber fans are already coming to town, and it was Friday morning, so they were at Tim Hortons. So they'll be hitting the pubs before long. They were getting fuel in the veins. Now, wonderful analysis. And by the way, Danny Plaster sitting there. He's got a CBC shirt on. He is at CBC now, but he brought up some great CFL on CBC memories with yourself, Chris. And we'll get some questions from Dan for you in a second. But the number one topic is 3 games in 7 days for the Edmonton Elks to squeeze in that game. Crazy. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it's crazy. I think, there's a couple of things that I think about. I don't want to bring up Jacob Ruby and all that stuff, but I think this whole COVID situation about vaccination, double vaxxed. I'm double vaxxed. I think it's ridiculous not to be double vaxxed. I understand there's medical reasons someplace. I heard you talk earlier about religious reasons, but 3 games or in 7 days, and they're going to give them 5 additional players. I mean, how does that help you? If you get 5 additional players, are those guys going to have to get into practice time? I mean, I don't understand how they're going to do that. So to me, I don't know. You know what? I know they're trying to do the right thing and not cancel the game. And remember, they were so stout, and they're going to, if you don't got 85%, you're going to lose the game. The other team gets, and the players don't get paid. But I guess there's a lot of guys on that team, or majority, I would think, on Edmonton that have been vaccinated, and you hate to punish them. I guess that's the philosophy that I guess Randy Ambrosie's going with. But man, oh man, I've never played. I mean, you've played 2 games in 5 days, or in a week. But how about 3? I mean, you know what? As you get older, man, you can't recover like that. I think there's gonna be a lot of injuries. I don't think this is the right move, but I don't know. Listen, I'm not the commissioner. I think they're trying to do something to save. They don't want to start going down that rabbit hole right now.
I'm going to lighten things up a little bit here for
sure.
For as much as a Rider fan that I hated you on the field, I loved you so much in the booth when you did CFL on CBC. How much fun did you have in the booth, and was it talk about the adjustment from playing into the booth, and why aren't more offensive linemen analysts? Like, come on now, that's who should be the analyst.
You know what? I'll tell you truthfully, you know what? When I first got that thing, and Ken Austin was the guy that was supposed to do the color. We were supposed to be game day, kind of, get about 4 or 5 hits. And Scott Oak from Winnipeg recommended, I was doing a show called The Walby Show where I was filming guys on the plane, landing fake airplanes on their head and all this kind of stupid stuff, marrying people on the plane on trips. And he recommended to Joel Darley, who was one of the directors, the producers, why don't you let Walby come on and do this? And he goes, no, we don't want an offensive line there. They're basically, one step ahead of a rock. And then, he goes, well, why don't you give him a try? Just give him a try. Scott says, I know this guy. He's good. Well, I went there, and he said, okay, we're going to give him a shot. Gave me the weirdest handshake. He just took 2 of my fingers, and he kind of gave me yeah, good to see you. We won't see you after today anyways. It doesn't matter, right? All of a sudden, I'm only supposed to get 3, 4 hits. I'm getting 8 or 9 hits during the game. Then he comes up to me after the game and goes, hey, Walls, can you come next week? And I go, no. I said, that is Kent's job. I didn't come here to steal anybody's job. I'm glad you guys gave me an opportunity. It opened the door for me, obviously, after working with the great Don Whitman. But, it was I wish there was more O-linemen. And, even with TSN doing this, listen, I got nothing against TSN. But you got to stop showing the pretty boys all the time. Here, let's take a look at let's look at the catch. Let's look at the throw. Let's look at this. This is fantastic. What about showing? We used to always have a camera dedicated to the pit. Show me the pit, brother. Show me the pit. I'm getting angry now.
Hey, listen. I love me some Ken Austin, man. He wrote the foreword for my book. Yeah, I would not hire Ken Austin to do color. And I love him.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. To write a foreword for a book? Absolutely. To coach my offense and my football team? Absolutely. To do color? Probably not. But, yeah, it's interesting that you say that, Chris. And in the broadcast booth, did you have a favorite Labor Day memory, by the way?
Well, I think I started the first game. I can't remember if it was Calgary, Edmonton. And I think it was one of my first games ever. And I was working, actually, with the aforementioned what's his name? I just mentioned his name. The great commentator.
Mark Lee? Don Whitman. Don Whitman.
Oh, my God. See, this is what happens. I get these lapses now. And I work with Don, and Don's like, we're in a pregame, and Don goes, okay, Chris, here's the story. We're going to do a rehearsal. You know what rehearsal is? I said, I know what rehearsal is. I got married 4 times. All right. So here we go. We're going to do this. You're going to talk about the quarterbacks, and you're going to talk about the receivers. Okay? All right, buddy. You got it. He said, I'll cover everybody else. Come live, 3, 2, 1. Walby, tell me about that defense. I go, oh, boy, thrown in the fire right away. And he says, I did that on purpose because you always have to be ready for anything that happens when you're in a booth. It's always unexpected. You got to expect. So, I mean, I learned a valuable lesson from him. But, no, I think I got, you know what, when you're blessed, when you're working with Don Whitman, the guy that I consider one of the greatest is Chris Cuthbert, CC. You know, and I had so much fun in those Labor Day games because you have a guy down there, Larry Mueller. I'm sure you know him.
Too well.
And he would always be in there. He would never bring me anything. But he'd bring Chris Cuthbert peanuts, special blend tea. It was just crazy. And he'd go, hey, Walls, how you doing? And he never calls me by my name. He calls Welby. Welby. That's who he calls me. I don't think he even knows my name yet.
Well, I'm sure that Cuthbert is not knowing what to do with himself this Labor Day weekend, that he's not calling a game, I would think. Oh, yeah. And as far as Larry Mueller goes, I said the Calgary Stampeders could beat Edmonton on Monday with Mark Mueller at quarterback, given what the Elks have been through. That's just my thought on that. And I just got to say this, Chris, I saw Dave Pedersen sent a photo to me of you being interviewed on the concourse Sunday night's game. What did you think of the ending of the Stamps Bombers with Mark Leggio lining up that kick? I had flashbacks to the 09 Grey Cup, of course, 13th man, that a procedure penalty bailed him out. You got a kicker there to replace Justin Medlock or what?
I think he might be. This is going to be a big test for him. I mean, you're playing at home in front of your home fans. Yeah, he missed the first conference, then he went 4 for 4. And as you say, he got the procedure call, got a second chance to save the game. He won the game. You know, again, Zach was fantastic in that fourth quarter. That was a great game. I think, talking about Mark Leggio, I think he's got a great career. I mean, it'll be interesting what happens to Tyler Caprino because he might not be able to play again. But, you know, when you look at what they did and the way they came back, and then again, you look at the other side, and I don't want to get rambling on other quarterbacks, but that Jake Mayer, this kid, what is it, Calgary quarterback factory? Yeah. 17 or 16 in a row? He throws darts, man. I said this the other day. I said, if that guy was an English pub, he'd be drinking for free. He'd be playing darts. He'd be hitting the damn bullseye every time.
Yeah, I should never have doubted. I should have known that he would just walk right in there and be the next great Stampeders quarterback. Oh, look at the tutelage. Mark Mueller, Dave Dickinson, Huff. And, of course, they had Dinwiddie for years there, too. They don't now. Listen, Chris, I appreciate it. I hope to see you when we come back to Winnipeg. It won't be long. Enjoy the game, my friend. I appreciate the time today.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And, hey, let's have a great game. Enjoy it.
Thank you, buddy. Hall of Famer Chris Walby joining us from the Slurpee capital today. Danny Plaster and I, Dan the Disaster Plaster and I, will break down all of this when we come back. You good?
I'm great. That was awesome.
Yes, it was. He made it. The interview guests always make it. It's a Flame Tech Football Friday. You're watching on the Game Plus TV network. Flame Tech, locally owned and operated industry leaders in commercial and industrial combustion technology. We'll be right back on Game Plus TV, YouTube, and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio at rodpeterson.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Peterson Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Peterson Show now.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
DirectWest has been the bridge for me from not dealing with social media or digital presence
to having a presence. You have to take the leap of faith, so to say. And I'm glad we have. Direct West has helped us out immensely to get our presence online as far as digitally and also with the social media page. To see the results is just puts a smile on your face.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. DDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpedersenshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpedersenshop.com.
Did you know you can catch all the best moments from the show on all our social media platforms? Now, back to the studio with Rob.
Welcome back, everybody. Flame Tech Football Friday continues. A sports update. Rookie Alec Manoah is slated to start for Toronto tonight as the Blue Jays open an important 3-game set at Rogers Centre against the Oakland A's. Both teams are chasing Boston for the second wildcard spot in the AL. Oakland 2-back, the Jays 5-back. 5:07 Mountain on Sportsnet. The Ottawa Redblacks will play their first game against a division rival this season when they host the Montreal Alouettes tonight at TD Place. The Owls are having their own share of struggles after dropping their last 2, leaving both teams at 1-2, kicking off Week 5 in the CFL. Patrick Cantley is 13 under and heads into the second round of the Tour Championship today in Atlanta with a 2-shot lead on John Rahm. Bryson DeChambeau and Harry English are tied for third at 8 under. And while the NFL rightfully boasts about a player vaccination rate above 93%, the other folks on the field for games, the officials, are at nearly 100%. According to the NFL, the 121 officials are 99% vaccinated, which should make their jobs a bit easier, says former NFL officiating chief Mike Pereira. I won't go on further than that, but interesting news from the NFL officiating crew there. This sports update for the Tap Brewhouse and drive-through liquor store for Red Bull Canada. Red Bull gives you wings. And for Ballers Rec Room, Saskatchewan's newest entertainment destination, home of the 4-hour Rough Riders tailgate party. Dan the Disaster Plaster joins us from the People's Network. How are you doing?
Thank you.
I see you repping the shirt there. Kind of nice with Walby on. Did you even know Walby was going to be on that when you wore that shirt?
Yes. Clark gave me the heads up that Walby was going to be on. Still one of my favorites. And you mentioned Red Bull. After watching Chris and listening to Chris, I don't need Red Bull now. I am jacked for the biggest football weekend of the season without the NFL because the NCAA also starts with games starting on Wednesday night, and then tonight is the beginning of the Labor Day weekend for the CFL. This is, if you love football, this is why you live, is for this weekend.
I was thinking just that. There's enough NFL news going on. They'll be covered until next week when they kick off Thursday in Tampa. But between college and CFL and junior football here,
Yes.
it is a buffet. But Dan, I said to the viewers off the top that you are a football guy. Walby just said, I don't think this is the right move to make the Elks play 3 games in 7 days. And the viewers are writing in saying nobody's making them do anything. They voted in favor of it. Their choice was to forfeit the game and not be paid. They didn't have a choice. They're making them play 3 games in 7 days. So I'm not totally, I think I voted both yes and no in our poll today for Capital Auto Mall, Universal Collision Center. Is it right to make them play 3 games in 7 days? As they put the results up, what are they saying? What are the results on Facebook right now? Last we looked, it was like 50-50. Now it's 56% say, no, it's not right to make them play 3 games in 7 days.
It's dangerous.
Over to you,
It's
Dan.
going to be super wild. So it almost feels like they're being punished to get paid. It's kind. I'm completely on the fence with you on this one because there's so many layers to this. I went super conspiracy theory. It's what I do. And I went with if the Elks lost the game and didn't get paid, does that money still remain on the salary cap? So do they have that extra money to spend, say, later in the year to maybe pick up an extra player? Or if it's a successful season after that, can they still kind of ghost bonus players that didn't get paid, like some of your higher players like Harris and Darrell Walker and those sort of players? There's other lingering things, and we talked about it, that we're sure CFL general managers have thought of this and thought of preemptive plans if this happened. But man, 3 games in 7 days. The United States was just having a meltdown with that Bishop Sycamore team, that fake high school team that played IMG Academy on ESPN, and they played 2 days before in Pittsburgh. And they got angry over that. And those are high school kids. And I don't know. If you're Edmonton and you're fighting for a playoff spot, hasta la vista, baby.
They're done. They won't win the game.
Oh, deader than my cat's nuts.
The dates are Edmonton at Sask, November 13th. Let's do a map here. Okay. As you look at
bring Google Maps up and just dupe.
So they're playing in the sweatpants capital, Edmonton at Saskatchewan, November 13th.
Okay.
And then they go to Toronto, November 16th. And then they go all the way out to Vancouver, November 19th. So not only put travel on top of that.
How do you do that? I mean, even as a manager, I'm just thinking, well, for years we did the junior hockey thing, and the 3 games and 3 nights is a nightmare just to even organize in April when you get the schedule in the Western Hockey League. How do you do that in 4 weeks, 5 weeks, and schedule? Your season is completely rescheduled. So that has also thrown a kink into things. It's not just a punishment for the players; it's a punishment for the whole organization.
Yeah, and then to a certain extent, the league. I mean, Moose and I nobody wants this. I think
how bad are those games going to be?
Right, the games aren't going to be good. Nobody wanted this to happen. Craig Campbell's watching from the Hockey Hall of Fame in downtown Toronto. He says, from what I recall, the league used to play home and home games on a Friday and Sunday, but 3 games is too much. Where did it get slid off the screen? Too much for pro or amateur.
Well, back in the 2-game total point, in
especially
the early 70s, in the early 70s, it was 2-game total point, and I can't remember what the spread was with that, but then they had an extra break before they played the finals. So yes, it's been done, but it's not then.
It's
now.
Extenuating circumstances. And listen, they used to have ashtrays in the lockers. Ask George Reed. So what are we talking here? Physically, they can do it. And as Walby said, they've added 5 players per team, per practice roster to do it. So I guess that's the point, is physically they can do it. And Moose and I think physically they can do it. Moose and I were driving home from Saskatoon yesterday, and he's like, look at the Denver Broncos last year. The National Football League, dare I say, as far as I'm concerned, the number 1 league in the world, for sure the continent. The Denver Broncos had no quarterbacks available. They all had COVID or were all in COVID protocol, and they made a defensive back start at quarterback in the National Football League. And if you remember, was that not like a punishment to the Broncos from the NFL, going, you guys can't keep your stuff straight, so we're making you play, Is this a punishment to the Elks in a way?
It's a punishment to get rewarded.
To get paid.
I feel like we're training a dog here. Like, what are we doing?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, and by the way, that's why I wanted to write this down here, what those actual dates were, because Mike Horrigan's watching in Toronto, and he says, that's a horrible roadie. You can't be serious. I'm like, yes, we are. And when this came down yesterday afternoon, I'm like, oh, man, are we going to have fun talking about this tomorrow?
Well, even what Moose said about you play, you have 2 days, you play, you have 3 days. There's going to be no pads, and he's right. It's just going to be a lot of practices in a lot of hotel banquet rooms. It's going to be messy football.
Okay. We'll come back with viewer takeover. Are you good to stay with me into hour 2?
Let her rip.
Okay. Just from the general in Calgary, I'm glad you're sitting down. Because he says hockey players play every second day. We'll kick that around when we come back. Okay, hour 1 of the Rod Pedersen Show is brought to you by Explore Edmonton and the World Rugby Sevens, the ultimate all-day party taking place in Edmonton September 25th and 26th. 2 8-hour days featuring teams from across the globe in action-packed Rugby Sevens matchups. The party continues in the stands with incredible costumes and unforgettable memories. Trust us, you've never seen a party like this. Purchase your tickets today at canadasevens.com. My buddy Cameron Hughes, you know him, the professional fan. He's done every sporting event on the planet, every sport. He said this is the best he's ever been at. By NFL, NHL, MLB, you name it. World Rugby Sevens coming to Edmonton. Get your tickets at canadasevens.com. Viewer takeovers next. You're watching the RP Show, Flame Tech Football Friday on the Game Plus TV network, YouTube and Facebook live streaming and 24-hour sports radio at rodpedersen.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Pedersen Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now.
Prairie Mobile is your SatCel authorized dealer. Whether you're looking for talk, text, or data, shared, unlimited, or business plans, Prairie Mobile will help you find the SatCel wireless plan that's right for you. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Ultimate Fan Zone. Shop online. ultimatefanzone.ca. Slick, user-friendly. We built this site for the die-hard sports fans. Jerseys, hats, team apparel, offering officially licensed fan gear from the best lines in sports. Nike, New Era, Adidas, Fanatics. Game day ready to your door. Now, just a click away. ultimatefanzone.ca or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. UFC Downtown Moose Jaw. Home of everything authentic.
At Core Grain, we strive to be the most qualified grain storage and grain conditioning experts in Canada. Visit us today at coregrain.ca. Core Grain, doing the right thing for your farm.
Comfort has always been something we, as people, strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
It's time to get back to busy, and Capital GMC is here to help. Check out our selection of new and certified pre-owned, online or in-store. Don't see what you like? We have inventory arriving daily. Reserve yours now or work with one of our product specialists to customize and order the perfect new vehicle for you. Plus, we're always paying top dollar for used vehicles, even if you don't buy from us. And our factory-trained technicians are standing by for service or inspection on any make or model. It's time to get back to busy with Capital GMC in Regina.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's lifeline.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
Send us your opinions now. We won't victimize you unless you really deserve it. Now, back to your host, Rod Pedersen.
Welcome back, everybody. It is viewer takeover time, and Dan you just twitched. You just jumped. What's up?
Yeah, Grey Cup Fun Police. Dave Haney. Corey Pugh. So I just want to say congratulations to the Central Alberta Buccaneers who won the Alberta Football League Championship this past weekend, and it is their first ever.
How about that?
Hey, I was a mediocre player for them in 2003, and yes. Congratulations to the Red Deer Buccaneers or Central Alberta Buccaneers and their staff and the thousands of players, staff, and volunteers that have helped them out over the years.
From the viewers, BW Goldstrom watching on YouTube says, could this be the year that the crossover from the east into the west happens?
No.
Calgary's in trouble. He says no, hang on. From Northside YEG on YouTube says the Alberta teams are not in trouble. In the CFL, if you get hot, you get hot. Lots of time left. They got the players. Now, hang on. I just want to mention Prairie Mobile sponsors our text line, by the way. You can always write us if you're watching on Game Plus TV. The number's on the screen, 306-840-8777. Prairie Mobile introducing SaskTel Plus pricing. Updating your cell phone has never been easier. Take advantage of the Buy Now, Pay Later program today at Prairie Mobile. I felt bad interrupting you. You were going off on something.
No.
A crossover. You said there won't be a crossover.
Oh, there won't be a crossover. I think both teams, from which way? I think the standings are just going to stay the same. There won't be anybody from the east going west, west going east. I think it's just going to be the static 3-3.
I said we're very big in Alberta. My cousin Christine's watching in Medicine Hat. She says Riders win with a last-minute field goal. Dreams do come true.
Again.
Chris, you're picking up what I'm putting down. The line is Saskatchewan by 4.5. I'm saying Riders by 3 or less. John Burns watching in Calgary. He is super chatted. He's paid $5, Dan, to get his comment read. He said this is a big deal until there's another game that needs to be rescheduled. The compressed schedule only aggravates this situation. 2022 CFL start? Let's not talk about next year, right? Let's get through this week.
And that's the interesting part that John brings up. One is easy. Two, oh no, if it's Toronto or Edmonton, can you imagine Edmonton again? It's done. Like if this happens to them again, it is like done, completely burnt to a crisp. But if a second team, especially one of those three that they play, especially Saskatchewan or the Argos, that completely messes things up as well. So this is now that line that you walk is even narrower.
We'll carry this over into hour two. We have some very big announcements coming your way. And Matt Dunigan, the Hall of Famer, joining us from the CFL on TSN, coming up in hour two here on Game Plus and live streaming.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming of the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions is Saskatchewan's only full-service supply chain company. Strategic sourcing, PO creation, and order expediting, VMI and vending solutions, and free delivery are just a few of the supply chain services we provide. If your company needs it, Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions can get it for you. Price, quality, service, Rockstar Supply Chain Solution is helping Saskatchewan companies buy better.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Does this look familiar? Your fans deserve an incredible arena experience. It's time for an upgrade. Stunning graphics. Revenue opportunities are just the beginning with our in-venue display systems and scoring technology. Let us help you find the best solution for your facility. BDG, always delivering the best fan experience.
Hey Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpetersonshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at rodpetersonshop.com.
Now, under the little old quarterback from Pasadena. Let's bring him in. Look at VA. Whoa. We got him. We got him.
Yeah, man, I was watching a couple of your shows last night. I was like, man, Rod has his desk set up. I don't have a desk yet, but, we had all this stuff on there. I got, just got a little setup, man. That's all we got.
This is the Rod Pedersen Show.
It sure is, and that is Vernon Adams Jr. when he was on the last time. And the reason I was going nuts was because I wish we had the video that we could have shown. He set up a desk at home, and he had like a Letterman set up. Oh, VA. Week 5 in the Canadian Football League kicks off tonight. It is Labor Day Classic weekend, so even in America they celebrate that, right, Danny Plaster?
Yes, they do,
yep.
and they are celebrating in style right now.
Yes. Football-wise, you mean, or in other ways?
Football-wise, and probably always, considering the last year.
I think everybody's celebrating, and everybody's going to be getting down in this town. And this is hour 2 of the Rod Pedersen Show on this Friday. It's episode number 564 of Canada's daytime sports talk show. And because it is Canada, we're talking Canadian Football League. A couple things I want to mention. Hour 2 is brought to you by our friends at Core Grain, doing the right thing for your farm. And for those that are heading in and out of the sweatpants capital for the football game on Sunday, you'll notice the big Core Grain outfit on the east side of Highway 11, because we were going to the Premier's Golf Tournament yesterday. Dan, you can't miss it. Have you seen it? Do you ever leave the bubble?
Have you
left the bubble?
I went camping.
You gotta think about it.
I went camping.
Did you?
Yes. I'm a pretty good camper.
You didn't seem very enthused about that.
No, I'm a good camper. I'm a happy
Are you an excellent driver too?
I'm incredibly average.
Football Friday's guests, by the way, are brought to you by Wheaton Kia. in Regina, Saskatchewan. You can find them at the corner of Avonhurst and Albert. And we have a few new things adorning the desk. This Saskatchewan Rattlers Champions hat. I'll say it again for those that weren't listening. Those in the back, an hour ago, the president of the Rattlers, Brad Kraft, says, take one of those hats. Take a shirt. Take a pullover. And I said, am I going to wear that hat? I'm a 48-year-old white man. He's like, well, just take it. Because it looks so good.
It's a great hat.
It's a great hat. I just would never wear it. But it looks darn good on the desk for sure. So thank you, Brad Kraft. Now, let's get down to business. CFL, our topics. Can you hit the quick six show horn, Jordan, just for something to do? Thanks. For spits and giggles. Here's what you've missed in sports if you're just waking up to the day. Number one, Labor Day Classic weekend opens. A Week 5 matchup tonight. Montreal Alouettes at Ottawa Red Blacks. Alouettes favored by 6.5. I'll take it. Point two, the CFL's completely rescheduled the Edmonton Elks schedule to fit in the game that was postponed from last week, but the Elks will now visit the Argos as part of playing 3 games in 7 days. And Chris Walby was on with us last hour, the Hall of Famer, saying this is not the right move. He doesn't believe it's the right move. Our poll question today pertains to this for Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center. Should the Elks be forced to play 3 games in 7 days? The viewers wise-assingly wrote in and said, well, they voted for it. They're not being forced to do anything. Their options were forfeit the game or play 3 games in 7 days. How's that sound to you? So the options are, well, the poll results are 58% say no, this isn't right. They agree with Chris Walby.
I just thought of something. What happens if this works and there is no injuries?
Then they look like geniuses.
Yes,
and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, does this set a very awful precedent?
Just hang on. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
That is...
Sorry.
They continue to white-knuckle it and hope for the best, and it's not anybody's fault. What?
I just love it. I'm sorry. I'll stop poking the bear. I love it.
The other Labor Day Classic games are Winnipeg at Saskatchewan. Again, the odds, I got to say this. The Riders are favored by 4.5. I take 3 points or less. What do you think is going to happen in the Labor Day Classic? And what number is it, by the way? Do you know? Haven't heard.
Oh, boy.
It's got to be close to 60.
Yeah, it's got to be close to 60. I will take the Riders and the points.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then the opposite in Winnipeg. Just
rack him.
Yeah, that's just the simple thing to do. I'm glad Vegas is starting to adjust the over-under odds because it was wild to begin the season, and now you see they're starting to come down a little bit. And if you're a gambler, they're starting to those advantages that you had in the beginning of the season, they're not there anymore. All the bookies have.
They're catching up.
Yeah, they figured it out. So all those opportunities to make money in the first little bit of the year, so long.
That's what they get paid to do, though. Mm-hmm. Toronto at Hamilton, first of a doubleheader on Monday, and the Ticats are favored by 2. I'm taking the Argos to win. Smash the spread in the coffee cup.
Ooh.
What do you got?
I think Hamilton will bounce back. I think they'll win outright. And
they are who we thought they were?
I wouldn't go that far. They'll be closer to who I thought they were and who we thought they were. This will be one of those steps closer. It'll be a step back going to BMO the next week. But, yeah, they'll win and cover.
And then Edmonton at Calgary, and the Stampeders are favored by 5.5. We don't know who will be behind center for the Calgary Stampeders, but I really don't think it matters. I think they can beat Edmonton with Jake Mayer or Bo Levi Mitchell behind center. But what's your read on that game?
How do you not play Jake Mayer after the way he played last week?
Think.
Like, what
does Dave Dickinson and John Huffnagel know about quarterbacks?
Or UC Davis quarterbacks. I mean, you had Kahari on the sidelines that played for UC Davis. One of our favorites, J.T. O'Sullivan, played for UC Davis. And there's Jake Mayer. And he was unbelievable. Unbelievable in that game.
So there's that. Our other things were the NHL is breaking news today. Have announced that they will be allowing players to participate in the Olympics, and the Olympics will be welcoming them. So it's happening coming up this February. And the OHL has suspended Logan Mailloux until January. I think we all know his story. I'm not going to get into it anymore. We covered it an hour ago in the warm-up, and my take on him is simply I hope that he learns from this and is ready to play in January. That's all I want to say about that. We are announcing, I don't really have any other information other than what's been texted to me, and that is a partnership with BetRegal.net. I'm just going to put the cat out of the bag right now. Matt Dunigan is joining us next hour. He is an ambassador along with Damon Allen from the CFL with BetRegal.net. They have become, as of today, Daniel Plaster, our official betting partner. Can you hit the quick six horn? Let's hit them all. BetRegal.net. We're announcing it today, and the guys we're a little ahead of the gun, so I appreciate you guys getting that ready. So when Dunigan joins us, we'll be talking about his ambassadorship and their partnership with us, and I'm just going to read, Dan, what's been texted to me, okay? Basically, we are going to give away a pair of premium CFL tickets to the regular season game of choice for the winner. All we want the viewers to do is go follow one or more of the Bet Regal social accounts, Instagram, Twitter preferably, and comment in our post, welcome Bet Regal to qualify. There it all is right there. We'll be running this contest for a week or two, and we will randomly select the winner. CFL giveaway, pair of premium CFL tickets to any regular season game. Again, how to enter, follow Bet Regal on social media, and comment on our post, which I don't believe is up just yet, so hold on to your bingo cards. But we cannot be more excited to welcome BetRegal.net as the official betting partner of the Rod Pedersen Show. Matt Dunigan will be on shortly to talk about that. And while we are on that topic, Dan.
Yes.
Are you a fantasy league guy, betting guy for the National Football League, or anything else for that matter?
Fantasy, yes. I do have my one big fantasy league that we had our draft earlier this week. I mean, for people who aren't in fantasy, the worst discussion you can have is talking about fantasy football.
Agree.
It is obnoxious. And then I did a college football one.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a one conference college football one because I'm a sick
So
person.
who did you have to win it?
Oh, this is a fantasy draft, so you're picking quarterbacks and the whole shoot match.
Okay.
So yeah,
I thought it was a pool for winners at the end.
No, the one game betting, I would lose all my. It would be terrible.
Why do you say that?
It's funny when a little bit of knowledge is dangerous, especially when you're dealing with your money. And I go to Charles Barkley's, always his famous quote: "It's not gambling if you can afford it." and that's where I kind of lie. I was like, do I have $10 to spend on this? Probably, but I don't know. I don't trust myself enough in those situations.
But you obviously enjoy it.
Oh, I love it. I would be such a degenerate. I'd be worse than leaving Las Vegas. It would just be a terrible situation.
By the way, from the Prairie Mobile text line at 306-840-8777, from Jim Wagner, happy Labor Day, Flame Tech Football Friday, RP Nation. Going to be a great weekend. Haven't seen Dan for a while. Wow, he's got some dupes flow growing. Enjoy your day, all. What's with the flow, Dan?
Just cuz.
Growing it out, as they say.
If you can, you can.
Bob's your uncle.
If you can't, you can't. No, I'm just going to, I don't know why. Nobody likes it. I don't know if I like it. It looks terrible. I think
it looks just fine.
Trying to channel my inner Mark Bergevin.
There's something that you're... Yeah,
I was going to wear my red suit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not as good looking as Mark Bergevin.
Anyways, Dan Plaster's here from the CBC. And, I scribbled out. I had NFL notes and wrote in NHL because of the Olympic thing came down and college football notes. Where should we go? There's like 2 or 3 guys commenting right here, and that's about it. So let's get the comments going. You want to do that here in the second from the viewers? Let's get going with them.
Yeah,
what do you guys want to talk about? Because this guy can do it with me. And hey, it's 11:11.
Oh,
everybody, make a wish. Take a sip. Yeah. NFL, college, CFL. Because you're the guy.
Well, I know they won't bring up college, so we'll just bring up.
They might. Who knows?
Who would be on your Team Canada? Oh, that's why are you guys stirring it?
Who would be on our Team Canada roster for what? What for the Olympic? For hockey on a Football Friday? Yeah.
Sorry. Are we going to have the Carey Price dispute right now?
It's fine if they want to comment in the YouTube feed or Facebook. Let's not put them on the screen because we asked them to ask us football questions, NFL, CFL, or college. So let's go. There was a guy, Larry, in Medicine Hat.
Yes.
Who said, Rats, I thought the special announcement was you're coming to Medicine Hat.
The Smarty Box.
Well,
actually,
we're going through Medicine Hat.
Oh.
If that means anything.
You always go through Medicine Hat.
You always
have to.
You don't like Medicine Hat. Can I say it?
Yeah,
You're a Red Deer Lethbridge guy.
Yes.
Why
And
would you?
that is from my many, many years in Lethbridge and Red Deer. And it's just the Western Hockey League rivals. I'm sorry. The Ben Thompson era, the Rocky Thompson era, all those guys.
Yeah, well
that's a whole. We'll stop now. Football Friday.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Exactly. But I want to just ask this: is the arena still open in Medicine Hat? The arena. When I say that,
the one by the river or the new
one by the river.
Well, I know they're having lease problems with the one by the river. Their new one. I don't know. Oh, sorry, the new one out by the Costco with the brand new arena. I think there's still lease problems with that. I don't think the Smarty Box is still open.
Good memories. Not sad to see it go.
No.
Dean Tix watching in Green Bay says, "Happy Football Friday." # Go Badgers on Wisconsin. On Wisconsin.
Always
You know
average.
who stole that song?
The Riders did.
Yes. Paul Christ. One more week for the Pack playing the Saints in Jacksonville. See, we can talk about that.
That's wild.
We mean always average. They just won the Orange Bowl a couple years ago, didn't they?
Who?
Didn't Wisconsin win the Orange Bowl?
But
Which bowl did they win?
Oh,
I
can't remember. But they're just one of those incredibly above average teams forever. That's what they are. They're going to be. I don't think they'll ever challenge for a national championship just because of the way they play, where they are. But they'll be always very good.
They did not win a bowl.
It's been a while. They haven't been in the national championship in years.
No.
They've never been.
They've been in 3.
Natties?
Yep. 1906.
Doesn't count.
1928.
Doesn't count.
And 1942.
Doesn't count.
John Lynch covered them all. But listen, how many people are like me that will get up and watch ESPN College Game Day and then that's the highlight of the day? We'll watch college football throughout the day.
Yeah.
But it's ESPN's production that makes it, don't you think?
It is, and don't forget that the new Fox Big Noon Sunday, that's really good. It's also a very good show. If you want the tug at the heartstrings and that sort of thing, go with the game day, the pageantry with the fans behind it when they go on campus. When they went to NDSU a couple of years ago, incredible when they took game day there. But Big Noon on Fox, they're a little bit more football-y. They'll have, if you want the football kind of ins and outs, they had Urban Meyer, now he's the coach of Jacksonville, and Matt Leinart and guys like that on their panel. So if it's 2 different shows, but don't sleep on the old Fox Big Noon.
Now here come the questions.
Nice.
Just before we got to let Dan go and bring in Matt Dunigan, Bet Regal ambassador, and from
We'll
the
go fast.
CFL on TSN. Just from the viewers, from David Asplin in Winnipeg, if Kevin Glenn started the 07 Grey Cup, do you think the Bombers win that one?
Yes.
Bro, you got to get over it. It doesn't matter. From John Moore, who are the rider captains who go out the start of the game for the flip?
Oh.
Tune in 4:07 p.m. Mountain Sunday and watch for yourself. And write them down. We are not Wikipedia. From Puck and Pigskin podcast, who was looking like the front runner in U Sports football this year? Dinos again?
You have to.
Yeah.
Dinos or Laval. Boring, sorry.
From Tacona Powley in Winnipeg. Rod, why no coverage on the rookie Canadians in the CFL like Zach Williams, number 67 on the O-line?
Garrett Marino.
Because they're rookies. Remember my policy? I don't interview rookies.
I know.
Remember that?
It's true.
How quickly we forget. And from Jack in Vulcan, Alberta, would you be pissed as a fan or player that Calgary's the only team in the CFL without a new stadium, especially with the Flames getting a new arena? Got to get over that one, too.
Yeah.
Got to get over that one, too. You could be pissed all you want. There's not much you can do about it. Go and be happy that you're playing for the marquee franchise in the CFL. Wins and losses, I would say. Well, you and I both agree. I shouldn't speak for you. Winnipeg is the marquee franchise of the Canadian Football League.
Right now it is, yes, 100%.
In 30 seconds or less, tell the viewers, because I'm sick of saying it. I say it and they get mad at me. Why do you say that Winnipeg is?
Top to bottom, progressive. When Wade Miller took over, lots of great changes with that organization. They started with the front office. He got that straight, and then he started with the administration office, and he understood how progressive he has to be in a market that is very Jets friendly when the Jets showed up in town, and the proof is in the pudding that they have done well financially and they do well on the field.
Reigning champs. Danny, enjoy Labor Day Classic weekend for all it is.
You too.
Let's do it again soon.
Heck yeah.
Dan Plaster from the CBC. Can I say from the CFL on CBC?
Oh, I wish.
Dan Plaster.
Wish I had a
Matt
shirt.
Dunigan joins us next. Hall of Famer, Bet Regal Ambassador, and the CFL on TSN to talk about all these games. It's a Flame Tech Football Friday. You're watching on the Game Plus Television Network, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 24-hour sports radio at rodpeterson.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Peterson Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
Safety is a primary pillar at Core Grain. We have core certification. Our workers are following best practices in the industry for safety. We always want to make sure that our contractors, us here at the shop, and our customers can come to work and go home at the end of every day. Give Core Grain Systems a call today.
Comfort has always been something we as people strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at Flame Tech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
Prairie Mobile is your SaskTel authorized dealer. Whether you're looking for talk, text, or data, shared, unlimited, or business plans, Prairie Mobile will help you find the SaskTel wireless plan that's right for you. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
It's time to get back to busy, and Capital Ford Lincoln is here to help. Check out our selection of new and used online or in-store. Don't see what you like? We have inventory arriving daily. Reserve yours now or work with our team of product specialists to customize and order the perfect new vehicle for you. Wait! Hold the phone! We still have brand new F-150s in stock and ready to go. Okay, back to the regular commercial. Plus, we're always paying top dollar for used vehicles, even if you don't buy from us. It's time to get back to busy with Capital Ford Lincoln in Regina.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
Business owners and marketers. Okay, we know you think we're pretty cool. That's why we want you to share in the coolness factor. Partner with The Rod Peterson Show and market your business every weekday to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Game Plus TV and the Rod Peterson Digital Network. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Canada's fastest-growing sports talk show, The Rod Peterson Show.
Laid back and kicking it, let's head back to the studio. Here's Rod.
It's a Flame Tech Football Friday. It's a great day, and I just want to read the comment from James in Borden, Manitoba. He says, Walby and Dunigan in the same show. We are spoiled with Hall of Fame guys, and the producers are telling me that Matt Dunigan is smiling like a butcher's dog from the nation's capital as he gets ready to ring in Labor Day Classic weekend. Can we get Matt Dunigan on the screen? The Hall of Fame. Look at this guy. Welcome home, Matty. Oh,
Can you see it? Where am I at? Where am I at? There we go.
I'm not going to do that.
There we go.
I'm not going to try and match that, Matt Dunigan. Wow, you've got a pump on this morning already?
Yeah, health is first and foremost. You have all the money in the world, but you don't have health. You got nothing. Look at you surrounded by all your little figurines there. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah,
you got it going on, Rod.
It's home.
You got it going on.
It's home. Yeah. It's home for us. Hey, and you're right, Matty. Health as well.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Before we get in any further and break down these games, Matt Dunigan, you are the official Bet Regal CFL ambassador, along with our good man Damon Allen and Broadway Bernie Nichols. I want to say congratulations to the betting world and Bet Regal. What made you want to get involved with them and be an ambassador for this great company?
Well, they're the single game and sole provider of gaming industry for the Canadian Football League over the next 3 years, and Ali Lalani and Mike Myrtle are there. These are local guys in Ontario, and they have a real keen interest in introducing gaming across the country at a grassroots level, and that's something that the CFL is all about. Well, we've been like that. I've been like that and understood that since 1983, since coming to this country. It's about paying it forward, and these guys are introducing a lot of really interesting community-involved type of events through their gaming website, and Bet Regal is like-minded, and I think that's the biggest reason. And we were approached, and knowing that C218 was fixing to get passed, and that how big the betting world is in Canada illegally, and it's just billions and billions of dollars. We wanted to be involved with somebody with that mindset of giving back to the community and get in the ground floor with what's going on. It's sweeping this country, and I think it's very good for the CFL. And,
They're so excited to have you. I was talking to those guys yesterday. They're the official exclusive sports gaming partner of the Canadian Football League, as you said, a Canadian company that wants to support the Canadian Football League, and they're just so happy to have you. But they said, here's Matt's thing. You're evaluating quarterback play, and over-under is kind of your deal. So are you telling everybody to bet the under in these CFL games through 4 weeks, and will you this weekend?
Yeah, I really think that that's probably the way to go based on how the season's unfolded. A truncated season, a shortened season, lengthened basically training camp with no contact, no preseason games. Defenses are typically ahead of offenses with a regular training camp and preseason games. And you take those things out of the equation, offenses are going to be behind, and they've been behind a bunch in the first 4 weeks of the season. So I expect that to continue to be the trend. Offensively speaking, as a quarterback and wishful thinking, my heart says, hell yeah, take the over. They're gonna blow it out today. And defenses continue to dominate. And that's a tip of the cap to the D coordinators and what they're doing. And because we know that over the last basically 10, 15 years, the game has really changed, and people air it out, and the run game is an afterthought, and points are being put on the board. But points right now are down 23%, and they're tough to come by, so I'm going unders this weekend.
It's funny, me too, by the way. But maybe we'll see in the Saskatchewan-Winnipeg game. Wayne in Victoria says, I enjoy Matt's commentary when he gets the opportunity on TSN. Love you, Matty. I love it, too. I've never told you this, but watching you do colors like watching Batman with Adam West back in the day, pow! Bam!
That's funny.
Right in the middle of the game. Is that why? Are you doing color tonight?
I am. I'm with Rodney Smith, the voice of God, the voice of Rod. I'm really excited to be north of the border and have an opportunity to do it. I've been doing the last 22 years. Work with the greatest crew, TSN, and got John Hines in the production and the truck tonight. And so I'm working with two of the best ever to do their jobs. And we've got a struggling Montreal team coming in and a struggling Ottawa team trying to find their mojo offensively with a quarterback that I don't think is able to push it down the football field. we'll see if we get Dominic Davis on the field to try to ignite them a little bit. CFL is all about explosive plays, and hopefully we'll get some of those tonight with VA finding his mojo, and maybe we'll be surprised by the Red Blacks offense.
Alouettes favored by 6.5. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going back and forth with Mike Benavidez, defensive coordinator for the Red Blacks. And, Benny was a teammate of mine at TSN a few years back, and he got the gig as D coordinator, and he's been chomping at the bit over the last 2 years to work his magic that he's been able to do just about everywhere he's been. And his defense, although they're piecemeal together and they've got a boatload of young players on the back end of the secondary, they got a defensive end, Bray's making his second career start, who's got a great motor. I love the linebackers in Enumba, Awe, and Williams. Those guys fly around and are all over the football. What I'm trying to say to you, Rod, is, it's like I said, my heart says, points are going to be great, and they're gonna big plays, explosive plays. But my mind and what I've been seeing and talking to Benny and knowing these D coordinators, they've been shutting offenses down. So 6.5, I think it's going to be a tighter football game than that. I really do. I don't think they're going to cover.
Well, I was looking forward to the game already, and now knowing that you're in the booth, I'm looking forward to it even more. I'm going to be watching from the lake tonight. Rod. But let's get into what our viewers voted Canada's game of the week. The Bombers and the Riders. Yeah. The Riders averaging 30. Yeah, let's go.
It's not the game of the week.
It's game of the year. It's right. So what's your thoughts?
Well, and I think I know who the Winnipeg Blue Bombers are. I think I do. Although what happened 2 weeks ago in Toronto got my attention. And I think that's more so about Toronto than it is Winnipeg, because Toronto 2 weeks ago flipped the script on the Bombers and shoved it in their face and controlled the line of scrimmage, time of possession. They hadn't fumbled the ball 6 times. It would have been a blowout and complete dominance by the Argonauts against a team that was basically being labeled the bullies of the CFL. They just imposed their will on both sides of the line, like I said, and that flip was script 2 weeks ago. They got back to that last week in a crazy 18-16 game against the Calgary Stampeders, and a kid making a second start. And he was making that defense work their tails off, and the kid was phenomenal. And so I thought I knew who the Bombers were. I still think I do. I still think they're control the line of scrimmage, control the field, time of possession, the field position, not turn the ball over, be disciplined. That's who I heard you guys talking about. The Bombers organization from top to bottom. I think they're cream of the crop right now. And I really think that Saskatchewan is right there with them from top to bottom. And I love what Craig Dickinson is doing over there. I loved it when he got the opportunity. Dickie was on my staff in 2004, and he's a hell of a football coach. And I was just pleased to see a guy like that get the opportunity. He's really spread his wings and taken over and taken control and put his stamp. And I think it's just the way he is as a person on that football team. And I think it's a great match for Rider Nation. And I think I know who that football team is. They're a gritty, hard-nosed defense, just like Winnipeg, and they've got explosive capabilities offensively. And Cody Fajardo is one of those 4 guys in 2019 that we were basically introduced to and seized the moment and has never stopped. And I've got a lot of positive things to say about that young man, that organization, and 2 of the best, 3-0 and 3-1, going at it. Game of the month, not just a week. It's going to be a lot of bludgeoning, a lot of smash mouth football. I hope to see a few ruckus fights going on. I like to plead to the officials right now: keep your flags in your pockets and let the boys decide it on the football field and go at it, because these games are all about it. Intensity and a fierce understanding of how important this game is to everybody involved.
I could go on with you for hours. It's 2 great franchises.
Why not?
Why not? Exactly. 2 great franchises, two great teams, and it's for CFL supremacy on Sunday, but just for 1 week, because if they go to Winnipeg and the Banjo Bowl and the Bombers win there, we're like no further ahead. And furthermore, Matt, Strevler led the Bombers to the Banjo Bowl win the last time they had one. Remember that? And he came out as a passer. Shocked the hell out of all of us. I got to ask you, as a quarterback, it shocked me, maybe not you, about what he's doing in Arizona. He's cracked the 53. He's QB2 there behind Kyler Murray. Does that surprise you at all?
No, it doesn't. And kid's got tremendous drive and focus and determination. And, we know what type of athlete he is, and he's an even better person. And I've been watching Kyler Murray since he was 15 years old, running the program. And when he was playing in his high school football in Texas, and my boys and I would go watch him every year in the playoffs. And I knew he was going to be special, and watch him go A&M then to Oklahoma. It was just phenomenal. Watch him take over the Arizona organization has been absolutely phenomenal. And they got two good ones there, and guys that really mimic each other in abilities. Can make magic happen with their legs, and Kyler Murray's an underrated thrower, and I think that you'll find that Chris Strevler is as well. We're talking about your own backyard there, Rod. Not many people were labeling Cody Fajardo a passing quarterback, and then he gets his gig 3 plays in 2019 and lights it up and does what he has to do. And we've been introduced to another tremendous talent in that young man. And so guys morph, they learn, and they improve, and they have the will and they have the background and the support around them, and family and friends and coaches. I think good things can happen, and we're seeing that with those 3 quarterbacks for sure.
Loving the chat. And the Bet Regal guy said that Matt's thing is quarterbacks. So let's ask him about quarterbacks. Should Calgary be rushing back Bo for the Labor Day Classic on Monday with what Jake Maier's done?
Hell no. No, you're talking about a guy's career. Yeah, he's got a broken fibula. You're not rushing back from that because if it's a Labor Day game. I don't care. This guy's got a lot of football ahead of him. You don't mess around with that. Jake Maier's bought him some time as well, I believe, because they're very competitive with him. And the kid has shown a lot of poise and ability to move the offense. And I think he's directing the offense. He's just not executing plays. He's running an offense. Dave Dickinson is calling plays in such a way that he's not even thinking twice about who he has out there. A kid who's only had 2 starts. He's calling a game like he's got a veteran player out there, which gives everybody confidence. And I really believe that it's galvanized the Calgary Stampeders as an offensive unit and even defensively to come together and rally around the young quarterback. A lot of times, I think when you got somebody of Bo Levi Mitchell's caliber, you tend to, hey, we're good there, and you're not as locked in as you typically would be or should be. And now with the young quarterback, people around him, and on the calling of the head coach, he's asked them we gotta help this kid out. We got to pick it up. We all have to be on point. And I think that's really helped galvanize that football team moving forward. So, no, don't rush Bo back for the Labor Day game. Don't even think about it. Let that kid get healthy because he's got a lot of football ahead of him, and you do not want to jeopardize his career.
He's the whole franchise, and I've had the opportunity to talk to Wally about that, and Wally said he would have loved the chance to coach Bo because he said this guy's special, as we know. Mm-hmm. But, Matt, we'll let you go.
The win loss, unbelievable, right, Rod? His wins and losses are just absolutely over the top, and it's I heard the phrase "proof in the pudding," and I love it. And the W's and L's, prove that Bo is the real deal, and he's shown that over the years. And let that guy get healthy, and let the mayor go out there and continue to figure out the game.
The mayor. I like it. All right, Matt, can't wait for the game tonight. I'm glad we're finally teammates with BetRegal.net. Keep it up, my man. Welcome home.
Yeah, absolutely. And slap Walby upside the head and give him my best, okay? I miss that big guy.
Absolutely. Oh, well, thank you. Matt Dunigan joining us from the nation's capital. He's be at the microphone tonight for the Red Blacks and the Alouettes, and Matt Dunigan, CFL ambassador, along with Damon Allen. And Broadway Bernie Nichols is the NHL ambassador for BetRegal.net. And I'll say it again, go give them a follow on Twitter and Instagram. I assume the post is up now. And enter our contest for a pair of premium tickets for the CFL game of your choice, anywhere, coast to coast, from our friends at BetRegal.net, officially now the official betting partner of the Rod Pedersen Show.
How about that?
Yeah. They're also the exclusive sports betting partner of the PGA of Canada. I might throw that in there too. The Moose will be with us next. You're watching the RP Show on the Game Plus television network, coast to coast, nationwide, 31 states in the USA. Live streaming on YouTube and Facebook and 24-hour sports radio at rodpeterson.com.
Head to youtube.com/The Rod Pedersen Show now. You gotta subscribe. Click the subscribe button for all the content you may have missed.
Universal Collision Center is Saskatchewan's premier auto body shop. Our extensive process ensures that every vehicle that comes through our state-of-the-art facilities is returned pre-accident condition, and that every UCC customer experience is an easy one. We're certified to repair all makes, all models, and all luxury brands, and Universal Auto Spa offers full-service detailing packages to suit you and your vehicle. Plus, we're the official body shop of your Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Universal Collision Center, 3910 Rochdale Boulevard and 2355 First Avenue in Regina.
Nestled in the scenic Qu'Appelle Valley, just 20 minutes northwest of Regina, is one of the finest golf courses in all of Saskatchewan, the Deer Valley Golf Club. The clubhouse has a full-service restaurant, and customers can enjoy a casual dining experience with spectacular views of the golf course and valley. A fully stocked golf shop, staffed by PGA of Canada professionals, is equipped to meet all of your golf apparel and equipment needs. Book your tee time, family event, or corporate tournament today at the Deer Valley Golf Club. Call 306-731-1445.
Some of the challenges we face with the CT technology that we have today is some of the deficiencies in around integration with some of our other systems. The addition of 2 new 4D simulators within the programming at the Saskatchewan Cancer Agency is going to have significant impact on the care we provide to the people of Saskatchewan.
Direct West has been the bridge for me from not dealing with social media or digital presence to having a presence. You have to take the leap of faith, so to say, and I'm glad we have. Direct West has helped us out immensely to get our presence online as far as digitally and also with the social media page. To see the results is just puts a smile on your face.
Ultimate Fan Zone. Shop online. UltimateFanZone.ca. Slick, user-friendly. We built this site for the die-hard sports fans. Jerseys, hats, team apparel, offering officially licensed fan gear from the best lines in sports. Nike, New Era, Adidas, Fanatics. Game day ready to your door. Now, just a click away. UltimateFanZone.ca or check us out on Facebook and Instagram. UFC Downtown Moose Jaw. Home of everything authentic.
Hey Rod Squad, now you can join the team with your very own RP Show gear. Head to rodpetersonshop.com and get yours today while supplies last. It's just like we wear on the show, official RP Show gear at Rod Pedersen Shop.
Oh yeah, he's back. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
For the first time since the warm-up, the Moose is here. Hey!
I'm here.
You been having a good morning?
I've been having a great morning.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't wear your Saskatchewan Rattlers pro basketball golf shirt today. That would have been awkward.
That would have been.
You have your Seattle Kraken tracksuit on.
Funny you should say that.
Why? Why?
Looking at our next adventure.
Seattle.
Well, yes. I was just looking at some NHL dates on the calendar. And
great town.
Really circling that Seattle Kraken first ever game.
Vegas Golden Knights.
In Vegas.
We're coming in with the Vegas Golden Knights to have our way with the Seattle Kraken.
Not saying we're going, but that'll be the discussion of our next commercial break.
Okay.
So the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Sure. At Climate Change Arena, Golden Knights are going to go in there and break the hearts of the Seattle Kraken and their fan base. A sports update before we move along on this Flame Tech Football Friday. Another medal for Canadian Danielle Doris at the Tokyo Paralympics. The 18-year-old swimmer from Moncton won gold in the 50-meter butterfly. Doris, who was born with underdeveloped arms, also won silver in the 100 backstroke. So way to go, Danielle. Now there appears to be two. Head coach Bruce Arians says the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are now 100% vaccinated against COVID-19. Did you know that?
Wow, I did not. This is news.
Yes. Breaking news. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 100% vaccinated. I guess that means Tom Brady's vaccinated. He's no dummy. The Atlanta Falcons were the first NFL team to say they'd reached 100% vaccination status. For the tennis fans, a tough match for Canadian Leylah Fernandez at the U.S. Open. She takes on third-seeded Naomi Osaka today, who's won 16 straight Grand Slam matches. Who's winning this one, Naomi Osaka or Leylah Fernandez, and will you be watching?
I'll be watching. Osaka will win, I think. But we had a great day yesterday. Shapovalov won in straight sets. Bianca Andreescu won in straight sets, both into the third round. We're good.
Felix Auger-Aliassime looks to join Canadian Denis Shapovalov in the third round of the men's draw at the U.S. Open.
Rolling.
Auger-Aliassime takes on Spain's Roberto Agut today at Flushing Meadows. Between tennis and soccer, I can't wait for hockey to start.
You'll enjoy it when we take you to the Rogers Cup next summer.
Okay. That Toronto Blue Jays open a 3-game series versus the Oakland A's at Rogers Center tonight. The two teams are chasing Boston for the second American League wildcard. Oakland's 2 games behind the Red Sox, while the Jays are 5 back. This sports update for dubnetwork.ca, your number one source for Western Hockey League breaking news and analysis with the best team of writers across Western Canada and the Pacific Northwest. Visit today, dubnetwork.ca. I haven't quite figured out why some teams have opened camp and others haven't, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right.
They'll be opening up October 2nd weekend, and away we go. And for Ben Cahoon's G2G protein bars, now with 8 amazing flavors, including the new almond mocha. My favorite is the almond coconut. RP Show viewers get 20% off with the promo code RP Show. Order yours now at g2gbars.ca. I think it's funny how you show up and the comments go crazy. The Moose is back. Hey, everybody's excited.
I'll take it.
Flame Tech Football Friday. Flame Tech, locally owned and operated, industry leaders in commercial and industrial combustion technology. I do have to say, I'm just so darn excited to welcome BetRegal.net, and they are too. Like I said, did you see the interview with Dunigan? Said we're finally teammates with BetRegal.net. He seems excited about it too.
That's pretty awesome. And Damon Allen's on that team. You mentioned Bernie Nichols. We're assembling quite a nice group.
Yes.
Over at Bet Regal.
What a team. The General in Calgary is watching on YouTube. He says, sorry, Rod, the Jays are finished. I know that. We've been saying that for, 10 days?
Yeah.
I know that they're done. I'm glad you brought that up. Sports on Tap for the Tap Brewhouse and Liquor Store. Moose was saying, we should start talking about college games and NFL games. I said, I write it down every day, but I don't always talk about it. Here's my viewing plan. And by the way, Jennifer from the Four Seasons, she's watching, and she says, last camping weekend for me and my family. This football should be great, and beers will be cold. Go Riders. Enjoy, people. I'm going to the lake as well. which there will be one television. Got to make a choice.
That's right.
So 507 Mountain, it's the A's and the Jays. I'll probably get my feet wet there with Buck and Tabby. But at 530 Mountain, it's Montreal, Ottawa. And then there are 8 college football games tonight. And the ones that are standing out to me, Moose, that I'll be keeping an eye on, probably with no idea how to watch, is Michigan State at Northwestern. I ran into a Spartan alum this morning. Did you see our Instagram story?
No.
Vincent Donaldson, former Green Bay Packer, Rose Bowl champion with the Spartan Dogs. Ran into him today in the coffee shop. But anyways, Spartans at Northwestern tonight. South Dakota State making the roadie to Colorado State. That is the alma mater of Chris Strevler.
Yeah.
And I don't know, pretty big game here. North Carolina at Virginia Tech. Go Hokies.
Yeah,
They'll be rocking Enter Sandman tonight.
Well, North Carolina's got a really good quarterback, and I think they might have a chance to make some noise. North Carolina, not typically a football powerhouse, more basketball, but they're going to be good.
Look at you.
I know, right?
I didn't expect that out of you. How did you know that I was going to bring that up?
I did not. I'm just ready. That's what I don't know.
We ready.
That's why we're a good team.
We ready. Rick,
you got to be you got to be ready for the pitch, right? You never know when your number is going to get called.
That's right. Absolutely right. Don't be standing there with your bat on your shoulder.
I'm not ready.
From Rick in Edmonton, Rick Restenthaler. Georgia Clemson on Saturday night should be great. Go Dogs. That's a big one.
Huge.
That's a really big one. Listen, guys, let's do the MySask 411 Business of the Week while we have time right now. For MySask 411, MySask is an app. It is a phone book in your hand. And every week we do the Business of the Week. Ace Burger YXE.
Holy smokes.
In 2014, Ace Burgers was a food truck that roamed around Saskatoon. Now they have a permanent restaurant spot. They serve the most delicious burgers. Chicken burgers. I love chicken burgers. I was raised on chicken burgers.
Yeah.
Hot dogs and milkshakes. Find them on MySask 411 today. Download the app. It's on my main screen on the favorites. Ace Burger YXE. Type in Saskatoon, type in Ace, and you will find it. That's our Business of the Week, brought to you by Direct West and MySask 411. We connect people to businesses, businesses to people, and businesses to businesses. That's what we do here. Overtime's next. You are watching the RP Show on the Game Plus TV network and 24-hour sports radio at rodpeterson.com.
Have you subscribed to the Rod Peterson Show YouTube channel yet? Head to youtube.com/The Rod Peterson Show now.
People donate blood for moments like this.
But there are lots of reasons why Canada's Lifeline needs donors every day.
Like the fact that someone with leukemia can need up to 8 units of blood a week.
Or that donated blood lasts no longer than 42 days.
Or to help new moms and babies, like Henry.
There's lots of reasons to donate blood. That's why we need donors every day.
The need for blood is constant. Join Toyota and our Toyota dealers in supporting Canada's Lifeline.
It's time to get back to busy, and Capital GMC is here to help. Check out our selection of new and certified pre-owned, online or in-store. Don't see what you like? We have inventory arriving daily. Reserve yours now or work with one of our product specialists to customize and order the perfect new vehicle for you. Plus, we're always paying top dollar for used vehicles, even if you don't buy from us. And our factory-trained technicians are standing by for service or inspection on any make or model. It's time to get back to busy with Capital GMC in Regina.
Don't rack your brain trying to source the equipment and materials you need for your business. Rockstar can operate your entire supply chain, from PO creation to expediting your shipments, all from our office. Leverage the buying power of the Rockstar buying group to not only save money and time, but also the headache. From gloves to glue, we can provide it for you. Find out more at rockstar.com.
Prairie Mobile is your SaskTel authorized dealer. Whether you're looking for talk, text, or data, shared, unlimited, or business plans, Prairie Mobile will help you find the SaskTel wireless plan that's right for you. Visit us online at prairiemobile.com.
Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. experts in all residential and commercial plumbing services, and proudly serving Regina and area since 1978. Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We'll treat you right.
Safety is a primary pillar at Core Green. We have core certification. Our workers are following best practices in the industry for safety. We always want to make sure that our contractors, us here at the shop, and our customers can come to work and go home at the end of every day. Give Core Green Systems a call today.
Comfort has always been something we as people strive for. It means that the places we live and work, and that the people we care most about, are able to go about their lives focusing on the things that matter. Our focus at FlameTech has remained the same for more than 20 years. Now more than ever, we need each other to support our local businesses. As an industry leader in combustion services, we are proud to attend to the needs of our communities and support the local economy.
Here's how your business can be a part of Canada's fastest growing sports talk show. All you have to do is contact us, and we will tell you all about the dynamic and exciting marketing opportunities we have, utilizing a fully integrated 360-degree multi-platform. Imagine your business seen and heard across Canada on Game Plus TV and around the world on the Rod Pedersen Digital Network. You will use one of the most overused expressions in sports. You gotta be kidding me. Get your business involved. Contact the Rod Pedersen Show today.
You got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
And the Moose, and we call this Overtime. It's brought to you by the Four Seasons Sports Palace. You're coming to town for the Labor Day Classic. The Four Seasons Sports Palace always hosts a big group of Bomber fans on Sunday morning for breakfast. So if you want to just wade into the hornet's nest, Moose, I don't know what you got going. If you want to go down there, you want to think about it. Four Seasons, home for actually the Toronto Maple Leafs fan club. We joke the Seattle Kraken.
Because he's done with Toronto.
Because the Greek Freak is done with the Leafs. Until they start playing. Until they start playing.
Exactly.
And also you're home for the UFC. Jeff, the Stamps fan, says the weather looks great in Regina, Calgary, and Hamilton for the respective Labor Day Classic games. Should be fun for all. This is just a tremendous football weekend. And as Moose said, who would have thought we start talking college football and the comments go crazy on here. So maybe we'll talk more college football because I know I'm going to be watching a lot of that this weekend. Nelson Vo says, for those wanting to watch college football, Penn State versus Wisconsin, noon on Fox. Alabama, Miami on TSN2, Saturday at 3:30. Clemson, Georgia, the headline game Saturday night. Alabama's my team, by the way. And the reason I picked Alabama, Joe Namath. Joe Willie Namath, biggest reason for the Alabama Crimson Tide. But, Moose, as you know, where we live, we'll get them on television every weekend because they're the Alabama Crimson Tide. And that's my team. Do you have an Alabama Crimson Tide? Do you have a favorite team?
No. As a kid, I liked Michigan State, I think, because I liked their colors. You know, and it depends on the players. Miami, isn't that the Rock's alma mater? The Miami Hurricanes, yes. The U. Really great 30 for 30 that makes you like them a little bit.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson. No, I don't have a team. I don't have a team in college football, but I love watching it. So it'll be fun. We'll get into it early.
Allie in Edmonton has sent us a picture, and I wish that I could show it to you. Moose and I did a lot of strategic planning in the vehicle on the way up and back from the Bridge City yesterday, and Darren said we need to get a mechanism in place that people can send their photos and videos that we can put on the air. Somehow we got to make that happen.
We will.
Because Allie has sent me a photo here from Edmonton, from the 780. She says, we're at our cabin watching the show on pause while we came inside. Great show. Enjoy the weekend. And she's got the RP Show tumbler.
Ooh.
Those are still available, aren't they?
They are.
They are available in stores. RodPetersonShop.com. We don't talk about that enough.
We don't.
So thank you, Allie and crew, and enjoy your last weekend of camping, if that's what it is. The other big news today, you weren't around for it, but you're a huge part of it, is Bet Regal. And I got to say this, BetRegal.net, we announced it today. They're the official and exclusive betting partner of the Canadian Football League and The Rod Pedersen Show. Matt Dunigan was with us earlier to talk about it. Canada's betting platform. It's an entirely Canadian-owned betting company. That's why they wanted to get involved with the CFL and us, Canadian founders. For every bettor from beginner to expert, BetRegal.net, free-to-play sportsbook. They got that going. Simply register an account at the BetRegal.net free-to-play sportsbook. Just go to their website, BetRegal.ca, to learn more today. So we got that going today. That's big, Moose.
Yes, very, very big. Really happy to partner with Ali and everybody over at Bet Regal.
Those are great guys.
They're awesome. You know, Mike was on that call too, and I think it's going to be a great partnership. There's lots of really exciting things, and the site works really, really well. And the best part is you can go and play for free.
Yeah,
which is really cool if you want to get your feet wet. So have some fun with that on the weekend.
BetRegal.net. My cousin Christine watching in Medicine Hat. She says Razorbacks. What about Arkansas, the alma mater of Jerry Jones? The reason I always say Medicine Hat, do you remember when the EA Sports came out with the WHL, the CHL teams, and you could play NHL,
Yes.
whatever, in WHL teams? And Gary Thorne called the play-by-play.
Cool.
So I was I guess it's long enough ago that I was doing Pat's play-by-play. So, yeah, it was, because I would be playing at Chad Mercier's house, the wee widow goey, as we call them. And one of us would flip a coin to see who the Pats were, and then the winner would be the Pats, and then the loser would have to be some other crappy team. And I'll never forget, we're playing in the Medicine Hat Arena, and it was Pats at Tigers. I can't remember who was who, but at the end of the game, it was, this has been the Regina Pats and the Medicine Hat Tigers. So long, everybody, from Medicine Hat. This is Gary Thorne with whoever. It's funny how things stick in your head, eh? Good night from Medicine Hat. Good night from Moose Jaw. All these Gary Thorne sitting there in a studio in New York going, I have to say what?
He's sitting there, okay. Regina. Saskatoon.
No. Good night from Regina.
Yeah.
No, Gary, it's Regina. It's what? What every American says when it's what?
Yeah.
What do we got on Monday?
Nothing.
No, nothing. What do we got on Tuesday? We'll figure it out.
Tell you where we're going Wednesday.
Okay.
By the way, we're going to leave. I got a Jerry Jones video to show. You didn't watch the end of the last Hard Knocks episode.
No, they're telling me we got to go. What do you got?
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you in the office.
Oh.
The end of the Hard Knocks episode you missed. Jerry Jones has a Whataburger story that's like rivals the breakfast sandwich.
Really?
It's good.
Okay, everybody, thanks to Matt Dunigan. Thank you to Chris Walby, Dan Plaster. All of you, have a happy and safe Labor Day weekend. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you Tuesday here at noon Eastern on Game Plus. I don't know. This is not an online therapy session whatsoever.
How about that? Spicy. Bob's your uncle. Oh, good one, Rod. How about that? Spicy.